Hey, what's happening? Today I'm going to talk about how to learn a new skill. So what does it take to learn a new skill? Some people might think it's talent, intelligence, or natural abilities, but the truth is far simpler. You just have to try it and then do it and repeat, and you will improve at it. Skills come in a few different types. So you've got your everyday skills, what people might call life hacks, which are to keep yourself clean and fed. Then you've got physical skills to keep yourself fit and mobile and get around the world and navigate obstacles and that sort of thing. You have mental skills, which we all have to employ to quiet any negative thoughts that we might have had. Stay happy, stay balanced, deal with things like procrastination and self-doubt. And then there are interests and hobbies, which are activities that we should all have lots of different ones, but things that you can get lost in, you can get into flow states in. And if you can find one that you absolutely love and are passionate about and can make a living by, then that would be your vocation in life, which would be a very good thing to find. The next thing I'm going to do is read a small paragraph from the book because it sums up some of this quite nicely. This is from chapter 10, which is called Game On, which is all about games and competition. So here goes. Everyone is useless and nervous the first time they try a new activity, which leads to frustration and embarrassment. There will always be someone who's better at things than you, often among your playmates. The greatest sports people on earth got to where they are by competing against superior talents, losing, learning, playing again, and improving. Even the best in the world can have an off day and be beaten by someone that's playing the perfect game. Some people have natural abilities, but even they will not reach the highest standards in their chosen field without dedication, focus, and sacrifice. The most successful competitors are also the ones who work the hardest and longest and don't give up. So what actually helps us learn skills? The first one is repetition beats intense effort. So you are better off practicing something for 15, 20 minutes a day than 2 or 3 hours every 2 or 3 weeks. Next one is consistency over motivation, which means just getting on and doing it, whether you're motivated to or not. Having discipline, not making excuses to yourself as to why you shouldn't do it. In my case, that might be picking up dog doos around the house with a spade or with a bag if you're out for a walk. And also my morning routine, which involves getting straight out of bed and jumping into a cold plunge for 3 minutes and then doing some stretches and some exercises. I never want to do the cold plunge, especially on dark, wintry, horrible, rainy days, but I talk myself into it and always feel good as a result of it. Next one is making practice easy. So if what you are doing requires specialist equipment, having the equipment nearby. And so it's at hand and it's easy to practice when it is time to practice. Next one, as mentioned in the book, is to accept that you'll be rubbish at it the first time that you try. It'll be frustrating, it'll be embarrassing, and you might be rubbish at it for a long time, depending on what activity you're doing and how difficult it is. In my case, I've been doing tree surgery now for probably 13 years, something like that. I was absolutely horrendous to start with, and now I'm pretty good. Same goes for drawing in the book. The first sort of hands that I drew were shuffling playing cards, and they looked like 5 sausages coming out of a hamburger. Whereas towards the end of the drawing process, the hands that I drew, which I learned on YouTube and Instagram videos, they're actually pretty good now. So there's some tips for that. The last one's golf. I've been playing golf for quite a lot of my life, extremely badly. And my son is playing golf now. He's just getting started. He tells me that I lecture him far too much on the golf course. So I tried to break it down to 5 essential things to play properly. And one of them is head down, square face, straight left arm, aim from behind, And then the fifth most important one is laugh when you do a bad shot and move on to the next one. And if you ever saw me playing golf, you'd think I was a lunatic because I'd be laughing like a madman because I'm always doing bad shots. Next one is to learn from other people who have more experience than you do. It might be friends, family, instructional books, but basically YouTube is the best for this sort of thing. You can pretty much learn how to do anything on YouTube the right way. And then if you put it into practice and practice at it, then you'll improve. I think I've fixed my tumble dryer from random YouTube videos. So there's a lot that you can learn on there for sure. And then finally, you've got to use the skill in real life. It might be cooking a meal for people, cleaning up after yourself, talking to strangers. The more that you do it, the easier it will become and the better at it you will become. It's not good enough just to know a skill. You also have to remember to actually do it when the time is right. So for me, when you have a shower, I like to shake like a dog before getting out of the shower just to dry off a little bit so that you don't leave big puddles about the place. If I'm using a sharp knife, you have to pay attention to it and be aware of what's going on. And if you forget to do that, then if you're lucky, you might slice down and your nail will catch it. If you're unlucky, you'll cut yourself and there'll be loads of blood in whatever it is that you're chopping up. I also occasionally forget to only drink in moderation. I get a bit overexcited if there's a party going on and make a bit of a fool out of myself. And very occasionally I'll throw up, fall down or pass out and very much regret it and feel dreadful the next day. So that's one to try to remember. So to sum up, there is no perfect way to learn, but don't let that dissuade you from trying to learn something new. Get taught the right method, be prepared to be rubbish at it to start with, keep practicing and improving, and remember to keep doing it, even sometimes when you don't want to. So try to get a little more skillish every day. If that sounds good to you, then please subscribe and like on here. Follow me on Instagram at Skillish People and sign up with your email address at skillishpeople.com. And I will send out any information when the book is finally ready, which will hopefully be quite soon. All right, thanks very much for listening, and I will speak to you again. Bye.